Good morning. Welcome back to the homestead. So glad you could make it. Well, it's kind of an icky day. It was super humid and overcast and windy and all that fun stuff, and not cool at all. Anyway, it's supposed to get even hotter, and we'll just have to deal with that. But good news, I've got a delivery coming this morning from Lowe's. It's our sewer pipe that goes from the RV to the septic. No, I don't have a trench yet, but I don't care. I'm really getting tired of dumping into the tote, wheeling the tote over, dumping the tote into the sewer, into the septic tank. It's not fun. It's really heavy, and with my back issues and stuff, it's just not a great idea. And we're pretty close to needing it to dump it now. So after it gets here, I'm going to lay it all out, make sure I didn't mess up the measurements, and then I'm going to have to dig down a little bit over there where the septic is so I can hook it into the main line that's coming out of it. I'll have to cut that, put a T in, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, and then I'm just going to hook it up and lay it on top of the ground for now. It's just temporary until we can get the trench dug, but it's not a trench I'm digging by hand. And this ground is just too rugged for that. So when we rent the trencher, it'll be to trench for everything. Hopefully. That's the plan anyway. That way we can rent a trencher for one day, get all the trenching done, then lay all the stuff and cover it up. Hook it up later, but except the septic. Septic's getting hooked up hopefully today. I do have to go to work this afternoon. But in the meantime, let's wait for the Lowe's truck. You can just set it on the ground over there between that mound and the car would be great. Okay, well there's my delivery. Right there. Time to get to work, I guess. Well, Houston, we have a problem. Problem's all on me. I originally ordered 3-inch diameter pipe, and I was going to run 3-inch all the way from the motorhome to the stem line you see there. And I couldn't get it. 4-inch was the same price. What the heck, I'll go 4-inch. Sadly, that stem pipe that comes up is 3-inch. So the fitting, the T that I bought to go in there is 4-inch. It won't fit that. So, gosh, that's a bummer. I may have to run up to the corner place up there. They have some PVC stuff there. I don't know if they have anything that big, but I need to neck down from 4-inch to 3-inch at the T. So I come in at 4-inch, and then the bottom and top need to be 3-inch, I think. Anyway, either that or I'm going to have to check online, see if I can get it at Lowe's and pick it up this afternoon and install it tomorrow, which kind of sucks, but I'm going to have to go look. Okay, problem solved. It's a bell reducer, 4-inch to 3-inch. This will expand so that it fits on the outside of the T because it's designed for Schedule 40, which is bigger. So it'll fit on the outside of the T, and this will clamp on the 3-inch pipe. That'll hold the T, reducing us down to 3 inches going into the septic tank. Not ideal, but it's what I got. So let's get to, I got to dig this out some more, clean it off, cut it, and put the T in. Okay, since this piece has to go underneath the RV, I need to put these two pieces together to make sure I can get all the way through it, because I'm not going to crawl under there and try to glue these together. So I'm going to do them right here. That's the plan. For those of you who don't know, this purple stuff is primer. It cleans the PVC so that the glue will adhere. The reason it's purple is so that when it's inspected prior to burying, the inspector can see that it was primed and glued because of the purple coming out from between the joint. That's why it's purple. And when you put PVC together like that, it's a real tight fit. The glue helps lubricate it some, but it dries really fast. So you want to, when you're putting it together, you want to twist as you push together until you feel it bottom. That box has been under there for a long time. Cats lay on it. That's not ideal. I can't go at a more of an angle because the engine, transmission and stuff is right there. And with the suspension collapsed, it's all the way down. There's not even enough room to get this pipe under it. So, since this is temporary, I'm just going to tweak the pipe over until it makes up this distance right here. Should be fine. If not, we'll know when it starts leaking. Yeah, they're pretty awesome over there. They got all that stuff. He's like, I don't have exactly what you're looking for, but let's figure something out for you. Okay. Yeah. It's all you. Well, let's do this. Oh, no, we don't have that. Okay, you need a whatever. Something or other. I says, not a plumber, dude. Don't know what you're talking about. Oh, let me show you. Big, super heavy-duty rubber bell expander. Like, cool! I don't know what you're talking about, but right on. All right, that completes the assembly of that temporary sewer line. I'm not going to open the valves yet. I want that glue to give it a chance to set up. Plus, our fresh tank, our gray tank, is empty because we've just been bleeding it off over time. So I've got to get ready for work, which means I got to go take a shower and all that stuff. That'll add a good however many gallons of water to the fresh tank, so that we can pop the black tank, and then once we've emptied the black tank, we can back it up with fresh water into the septic tank. It is an overall gradual downhill run to the septic tank, with the exception of a little bit of an uphill right here. Shouldn't be a big deal. I screwed the cone that you get at your RV store that hooks to your hoses. It's meant to screw into a drain. I've screwed it in. I actually added some glue to it to help seal it better. I have an extra one. It's not a big deal, or that actually is the extra one. So I did have to do some trimming to it to fit down in there. It's like 3 different size threads, 4, 3, and 2, I think, on that thing. So the 3 got in the way of the seating lip for the clean out cap. So I had to kind of grind those threads off. Again, no big deal. It's a spare one. It's only being used for this. It'll probably only ever be used for this. Hopefully it holds together. But for now, I got to go get ready for work. Thanks for watching. God bless you. We'll see you next time on the homestead. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share with your friends, leave us a comment. Bye now.